to you live from our studios here at Adisawe Kanda. And also coming to you live on KSB 107.1 FM in Tamale. Coming up this morning, US
92.7
to determine and decide whether former Masrock CEO Enyonam Haligah will be extradited to Ghana.
So plus or minus, prices could come down if you look at the taxes and.
Also, petroleum consumers are being urged to manage expectations as the new fuel pricing window takes effect this Thursday.
So plus or minus, prices could come down if you look at the taxes and the taxes are significant.
Much later in this bulletin, Ghana faces fresh concerns as Burkina Faso bans egg export over safety issues.
We have been informed that the authorities in Burkina Faso are claiming that our eggs are not edible and may pose health concern.
I am Enyonam Haligah. The news starts now. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Now going to a first story where the United States of America's Secretary of State is to determine whether the former Masnock CEO Enyonam Haligah should be handed over to Ghana. This follows a district court certification of an extradition request made by the government of Ghana. As you may recall, the former Masnock CEO was in April 2024 sentenced to a 10-year prison term with hard labor after she was found guilty of various corruption offenses. She has been tried in absentia after she failed to show up in court when she was granted bail to travel for treatment in the United States of America. A court document available to 3 News indicates that the court has jurisdiction to conduct extradition proceedings because the extradition treaty between US and Ghana is in force. Court document cited further states that the person being sought by Ghanaian authorities and the person brought before the court are one and the same person, and Ghana submitted documents were properly certified. Furthermore, the Secretary of State's document indicates probable cause to exists believed to that she committed the offenses for which the extradition is sought. Now, we'll be following this closely and bring you updates on that in our subsequent bulletin. But moving on to some other stories, as petroleum consumers are being urged to lower their expectations as fuel prices may only see a marginal decline. The Minister of Energy and Finance are to announce the suspension of some tax handles this week as a new pricing window takes off on Thursday. The Chamber of Petroleum Consumers says prices may not see a significant drop. Let's take a listen to the Executive Secretary, Duncan Amwa.
So plus or minus, prices could come down if you look at the taxes and the taxes are significant. If you are going to do about 10% of petrol prices, it could have been 1 cedi 30. That would have amounted to something. 10% of diesel could have also taken you to about another 1 cedi 70. If you input the taxes that the 2 ministries concerned are likely to reduce, maybe prices could stabilize or decline marginally, but it wouldn't be that much if international benchmarks remain at the levels at which they are today.
That was the Executive Secretary for the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, Duncan Amwa. Meanwhile, the General Secretary of the Ghana Private Road Transport Union, Godfred Abubiri, said the union awaits the announced margin on Thursday.
You and I know that decision to see that it will hold on until the next pricing window. When it gets to the pricing window, there has to be a procedure through Parliament before those taxes can be removed. And I said, supposing it gets to that time and then the fuel margin, the fuel issues from the current situation we are facing from the US and then the Iran war, it comes down sharply, and then the crude oil price also comes down. I don't know whether you will still believe that the government will still remove those taxes off. The removal is to cure the problem, to make sure it brings down the pump price to the minimum that we can buy.
Fred Abubire, there he's the General Secretary for the Ghana Private Road Transport Union. Now, away from that, several residents, including children, at Wood Estate near Kajano, within the Dadekotupon municipality, have been displaced in the second phase of a demolition exercise targeting the reclamation of encroached state lands. Stanley Lee Blair reports that the exercise was later halted following calls from above requesting the demolition team to resort to dialogue with the affected residents.
Victims continue to count their losses as the demolition exercise enters day 2. By 5 a.m. on Sunday, residents were abruptly awakened as 2 payloaders razed their homes to the ground. Under the protection of a joint security operation, more than 100 wooden and cement block structures were reduced to rubble. Victims sift through the debris in search of buried belongings, while church services have been disrupted following the earlier demolition of their place of worship. Residents say the exercise took them by surprise.
They came in a Rambo style, which we were not given the awareness of their coming.
The exercise, however, was halted after the lead contractor, Clemens Jato, indicated that he had received directives from key government officials to suspend the operation and allow for dialogue with residents.
The ministers have called, local government minister, we've had the fisheries minister call, we've had that engagement. For human face to the exercise, we've been asked to give extension of time to the exercise.
A 21-day grace period has since been issued to give occupants time to prepare and vacate the land. The MCE expressed concern over the scale of displacement.
We are all at a loss. Suddenly, we were somewhere one early morning and we are hearing there's demolition. I'm not happy.
Meanwhile, Clemens Jato maintains that a 2-acre parcel of land at Amrahia in the Adenta municipality has been earmarked for possible resettlement.
We're offering them 2-acre land where the displaced persons will be moved to by the assembly. So when they move, the assembly is with us. Whatever they want to do on the land for them, we will assist them.
Stanley Blow. Now to one of our headline stories, poultry farmers and egg sellers in Doma in the Bono East region say they are grappling with the glut of eggs, a situation they describe as worrying for their business. According to them, the challenge stems from a blockade by neighboring Burkina Faso, which has raised concerns about the safety of eggs exported from Ghana.
The association members are experiencing frustration due to an ongoing export blockade by Burkina Faso authorities who deem their eggs unsafe to eat. This situation has led to thousands of unsold eggs and significant economic strain. The farmers recall a promise made last month by President John Dramani Mahama regarding a delegation to Burkina Faso, but they have not received any feedback or solutions since then.
We have been informed that the authorities in Burkina Faso are claiming that our eggs are not edible and may pose health concerns. Currently, there is a shortage of eggs in Burkina Faso, and our customers are demanding supply. Yet, we are unable to meet this demand due to ongoing restrictions. Following the presentation of our petition led by Osajifo Osiadeyo Dr. Ajimai Bedu II to the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on 18th March 2026, we were assured that a delegation would be sent to engage the authorities in Burkina Faso to address the situation. However, since then, we have not received any update or feedback regarding to this intervention.
Addressing the media, Chairman of the Egg Exporters Association urged Ghana's Agriculture and Trade Ministries to engage in government-to-government discussions, establish clear export procedures, and implement independent health certification to ensure the safety of Ghanaian eggs.
That brings us to the end of the first half of this morning's bulletin. For more news, please check our website at 3news.com. I am Enyonam Haligah, Business News as writer.
us on social media. Twitter at 3FM927, Facebook at 3FM927, and also on 3news.com.
Now time for business news here on Sunrise 3FM 92.7. Coming up this morning, the Ghana Union of Traders Association and Traders Advocacy Group Ghana calls for trade halt over public AI disruption.
They are just looking at the revenues that they are collecting at the expense of the trader and the Ghanaian consumer.
We have no alternative. We have called on freight forwarders to suspend business at the ports.
Also, government streak of undersubscription continues at its failed to hit its 5.57 billion cedis target in domestic treasury bill markets by 259 million cedis. And also, Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies backs tax cut as fuel prices soar 30% at the local pumps.
We don't have premature excitement because we still don't know which tax are being considered. We don't know which margins are being considered yet.
We have details of our headlines and other stories. Please stay with us. 94 staying with us. Now going to a first story where the Ghana Union of Traders Association has officially called for a nationwide trade strike, citing severe disruptions caused by the implementation of the Publican AI system. Following failed negotiations with government, the union expressed grave concern over unstable trading conditions that threaten the business community. Traders have reported several critical issues since the system's introduction, including excessive duty assessment, operational delays, and lack of readiness. In response, GUTA has directed freight forwarders and clearing agents to cease duty payment and lay down their tools from Monday, April 13 to Friday, April 17. Let's take a listen to the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Clement Boateng.
Still calling on government to suspend the implementation of the AI, and let's come to a roundtable discussion to find an amicable solution to this. Because since the inception of this AI, it's been back and forth with governments. The last time that we met with the Deputy Finance Minister, the meeting was inconclusive because all what we said, the grievances and the challenges that we are going through, that we put before the minister, wasn't addressed. That is why we are calling on the freight forwarders and clearing agents to cease payment and lay down their tools from Monday, 13th April to Friday, 17th April. Because currently, they cannot even clear the goods. And the goods have gone into demurrages and rent as a result of the intransigence of the finance ministry. They are not listening to us. They are not taking our grievances into consideration. They are not looking at the huge duties that we have been paying, that have been complaining about. They are just looking at the revenues that they are collecting at the expense of the trader and the Ghanaian consumer.
That was the president for the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Clement Boateng there. Still on the Publican AI, Traders Advocacy Group Ghana has declared a nationwide industrial strike starting today, Monday, April 13, 2026, demanding the immediate suspension of the customs validation system. The group warns of a catastrophic impact on the trading environment, citing excessive duty assessment based on flawed AI valuations, unjustifiable cargo delays, and storing demurrage charges. Let's take a listen to the General Secretary, Nana Poku.
We have called for this industrial action because those responsible for solving the publican AI systems deployed by Ghana Customs are not ready, and it's as if they have taken position not to listen to us. We have no alternative. We have called on freight forwarders to suspend business at the ports. We have called for this industrial action such that we will have people in government who really knows how to handle negotiations and also are ready to handle and rectify issues. From Monday to Friday, we have asked freight forwarders to suspend every activities at the port, except some exceptional ones that need urgent attention, until the AI publican issues are solved.
Meanwhile, the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana has officially declared its support for the publican AI system, distancing itself from the groups using the association's spark criticism to oppose the technology. The Executive Secretary, Samson Asaki Awingobet, clarified that while it raised legitimate concerns in December 2025 regarding the data security and a lack of consultation with the Finance Ministry and the Ghana Revenue Authority, well, these concerns have since been addressed.
The Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana wish to support government policy in the port, that is the AI, or we call it the publican. Our reasons for the support is that the AI implementation will bring sanity into the port. The AI will put every importer equity. There will be sanity. There will be parity. No one will come and pay a duty of 40,000 for a commodity that another person will go and pay 20,000. If I'm paying 40,000 for that same commodity, and then you come to find your ways and means to pay 20,000, we all go to access the same market. But it means that the 20,000 will come to spoil the market because he's come to reduce his prices, and that is not parity. And so, from where we sat, the AI will also make sure that gone are the days that people will go and then come and declare any amount to the government. Will not also happen. What it means is that government will reach more revenue for government projects for the development of Ghana.
Now, away from that, fuel prices in Ghana have surged by more than 30% in recent weeks, prompting calls for urgent government intervention. The Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies is directing a directive to remove some taxes on petroleum products as consumers grapple with the rising cost at the local pumps.
Prices have climbed from around 10 cedis per litre to over 13 cedis following escalating tensions in the Middle East involving Israel, the United States and Iran. The surge has pushed global crude oil prices above $100 per barrel, feeding directly into domestic fuel prices. In response, Cabinet has directed the Ministers for Energy and Finance to review and remove selected fuel taxes to ease the burden on consumers. The Chamber says the move is long overdue, but insists more targeted action is needed.
Long-awaited wish of the industry that today we have seen results, but we don't have premature excitement because we still don't know which tax are being considered. We don't know which margins are being considered yet.
It is specifically calling for the removal of the 1 cedi energy sector recovery levy, arguing that it continues to inflate prices at the pumps. With the next pricing window approaching, the Chamber warns that any delay in implementing the tax cuts could see consumers paying even more for fuel in the coming weeks.
Look at the time frame, because this should take effect from, that's the 16th of this month, which is on Wednesday, right? And by now, I'm sure by Monday, the price formulation at the pumps should already be out. That means that whatever is being done should be done, right now and immediately. Other than that, we are happy that he has finally listened to us. We thank him and looking forward to knowing the details soon.
Now time to look at how the cedi is faring against major trading currencies and how some key commodities are also faring on the global markets.
On the interbank foreign exchange market, the dollar is selling at 11 cedis, 3 pesos. It gained 1 peso. The British pound is selling at 14 cedis, 85 pesos. It gained 3 pesos. The euro is selling at 12 cedis, 93 pesos. It also gained 2 pesos. However, be guided that these figures could be higher at a forex bureau near you. On the global commodities market, Brent crude is trading at $95.20 per barrel. Gold is trading at $4,749.75 per ounce, down by $17.14. Cocoa is trading at $3,327 per ton, up by $87.
That was an update from the Forex and commodities markets. That will be all for business news here on 3FM 92.7. For more news, please check our website at 3news.com. I am Enyonam Haligah. Sunrise continues.